U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen has cautioned Beijing that Washington was aware that Chinese companies were aiding Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Yellen has further urged an immediate crackdown, and she added that in the absence of any action, Washington was prepared to put in place further sanctions. The remarks came as Yellen concluded 2 days of meetings with Chinese Vice President in San Francisco. Yellen expressed concerns that equipment helpful to Russia's military was evading sanctions and getting to Moscow to aid its war against Ukraine.
We do see evidence that there are Chinese firms, and I'm certainly not saying with the knowledge of the Chinese government, but some Chinese private firms that may be aiding in the flow of this equipment and material to Russia, as well as some financial institutions that could be involved in facilitating that flow. So I stressed in our conversations that it's critical to us that companies not provide material support for Russia's defense industrial sector, and that we were prepared to put in place further sanctions.
She said that the U.S. government had already imposed sanctions against a number of private firms, including some in China, that were helping Russia get equipment along with some financial institutions that could be aiding their effort. Yellen further insisted that Washington and Beijing had to re-establish healthy economic relations after a period of strained ties between the world's two biggest economies.
We do not seek to decouple our economy from China's. This would be damaging to both the U.S. and China and destabilizing for the world. But a healthy economic relationship requires American workers and firms to be treated fairly. I raised concerns about the breadth and depth of the PRC's non-market policies and practices and their global spillovers. These are concerns that I hear frequently from U.S. businesses.
Ties between two countries became troubled under former U.S. President Donald Trump, who imposed tariffs on Chinese imports as part of his drive to shore up U.S. manufacturing. The relationship did not improve under Biden either, and relations have been further strained as Beijing boosts cooperation with Russia as part of an effort to counterbalance U.S. global heft. Now, the meeting comes ahead of a sit-down between U.S. President Joe Biden and Chinese Premier Xi Jinping, who will be in California next week for the APEC summit.